Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Surprise. I'm up early. And since it's relatively cool, although it is still quite humid, I decided to hit the park. You've probably seen me at this one before. So I'll flip the camera around so that you can see it. Hang tight. There we go. Here we go. So, back here at beautiful Stanley Quarter Park. So, it's been a busy 3 or 4 days. Starting with Tuesday, and I babysat for my grandson most of the day. He's always lots of fun. And of course, that's the day he didn't nap. So we were kind of going all day long, my mother and I, with him. He's lots of fun. And Wednesday and Thursday, I had the girls. So 4-year-old, almost 5, and a 2.5-year-old, and they had so much fun together. It was very, very cute. And Tuesday night, I went to a grief group. We finally met in person again, and we're sitting outside on lawn chairs, which was nice. We had decent enough weather for that. And of course, it brings up all the grief of losing my kid and my dad and my nephew and Dave. So that was kind of a rough go, but you go through it and you can share with other people how you feel. Grief groups are so good, I think, for most people. And there's a lot of things about grief that can come into your life from not just deaths of close family members, but other things as well. Moving is a huge loss for a lot of people. Moving from one home to another, especially if you haven't done it in forever or a very, very long time. For some people, it's losing a job that really was their identity in a lot of ways, and that can be devastating and a major loss for people. And I guess basically many other things. Good morning, Deborah. And I'm not coming up with anything else at the moment, but those are 3 biggies anyhow. And a lot of times when people have those major losses in their life, it's very difficult to kind of be the same, to be back the way it is, basically, or it was. And so it's really important to grieve. Yesterday, I happened to see a post that my son-in-law lost one of his friends, and it just made me cry. It was just like so hard to see this young man. He's not with us anymore, and he's got a little boy. It's heartbreaking. It's just so heartbreaking. Just seeing his face, and knowing he's not with us in the physical any longer. It's hard. And especially when you lose somebody in their 20s or 30s, there's that potential of what they could have had for a life. It's just difficult. So when I feel the feelings, when I feel the grief, I cry. I release it. Sometimes I cry for a long time, sometimes not so long. But for me, it's always important to get it out so it doesn't stay inside. You know, they say grief turned inward can become depression. And been there, done that, you know. I know that that's not a healthy response to anything that happens in life. But I also know that, you know, we on the physical plane are emotional, feeling human beings, and God gave us all these emotions so that we could express them. That's how God lives through us, is through our physicality. So I just go through that. And, you know, he's only been gone 5 days, I think it is, something like that, this young man. So, you know, his family is still reeling, I'm sure, like we were when that first happened. And it's hard. It's hard on everyone. Yeah, memories on Facebook, yeah. I look at some of them now too, and you know, sometimes I look at the pictures of 3, 4, 8, 10 years ago, and some people aren't with us any longer. Like my dad, like my nephew, like Dave, and now Crystal. So, but I want to remember those memories and remember all the good times we had. A good friend of mine in Texas, currently in Texas, and she's been there quite a while. It would have been her son's birthday. He had some kind of a brain, I'm not even sure what it was called, not an aneurysm, and I'm sure there's a name for it, and he didn't survive. And you know, it's hard to see that, but I sure know what she's going through, having lost a kid. So as much as it's difficult, it's also something that we can survive and we can thrive again. It takes a while, especially when it's your child. It takes a long time. And a lot of people, you know, just stay in bed, roll up the covers, and don't come out for a while. For me, I guess that's not my style, and everybody's different. And I needed to be with people. I needed to talk to friends and other people that either knew her or knew me or know me, that could support me. For me, that was important. So everybody grieves in a different way. I just love this. Isn't this pretty? This little river through the tunnel here. Look at the gorgeous stonework on that. It's just beautiful. Nice, clean, fresh water fills this pond. We're lucky here in New Britain. And we've got lots of great places. I'll show you guys the park I came to the other night with my grandson until it rained a little bit. But they just rebuilt this whole area. And then on beyond the parking lot, there's a basketball court, which is great. And of course, the other day we had a tree came down. So I guess they're going to be taking care of that pretty soon. Everything has life. Everything has death. And earlier, and just like this, I'm glad that they don't cut down all the wildflowers that grow on the side of the banks of this little pond. It's really nice. They replanted this whole area, put in a nice long ramp, Oh, we've got our little ducks here today. Hello, boys and girls. How are you? Huh? It's cute. So, just growing some grass here. So, people here early. I can hear there are people on the basketball court up there. A nice little gazebo up here. I think there's a picnic table in there. Saw some people on that the other night too. And I've got some good news for you guys. Anybody who's missed a talk, you can go to my YouTube channel now. Everything is up there. I want to thank Jessica, my friend from church, for doing that. She uploaded everything. She even titled it all. I'm like so grateful. And I think there's, 90 or more talks on my YouTube channel. Hey, Sue. And I thought it was really great she was able to do that. Good morning. And she did it in such a helpful way so that people could just click on one and you can see how long it is before you even start. So if I don't come on one day, you can always go there. But I'm going to try to continue to go on every day. It's tough when all these things change, sometimes on a daily basis with the COVID. I had to cancel both of my events that were coming up. July 19th and August 23rd are no longer going to be those dates. We are looking for new dates. It's probably, although it's not guaranteed, of course, because who knows. Yeah, it is a nice park, huh? I'm looking at probably September 20th at the VFW in Plainville for the Holistic Fair. And then the Passport to Health and Wellness Expo at the Bristol Doubletree. Right now, we're looking at November 1st. There are a couple other dates. I'm waiting for the hotel's confirmation, but hopefully that date may work. So the mandates didn't change for July 20th like they were going to here in Connecticut, so we have to readjust and move on. So that's what we're doing. So I've already changed all the Facebook pages and the website and all that jazz. So it's definitely a fluid situation, isn't it? But it is what it is. And not much I can do about mandates. So just thought I'd let you guys know about that, update you. But I know that a lot of people are really looking forward to coming to events again, and particularly holistic events. So those are kind of a special category in my book anyways. It's one thing to just go to a craft fair. It's another whole thing to learn about health and wellness and organic products and organic body work. Organic meaning hands-on and personal from the heart, which we've got wonderful people who do massage and Reiki, therapeutic touch, and all kinds of other things. So that's always nice, you know. Anyway, yeah, another shift, as they say. So this is an ongoing shifting planet. And you know what? I think that, as things move forward, when we look back, quote unquote, on 2020, we'll have 20/20 vision, won't we? I always thought that was pretty ironic that it happened in 2020. But I think that's why, maybe. Who knows what God's plan is, right? We don't always know it ahead of time. Sometimes we know it afterwards. Thank God. And I'm thinking a lot about, how the connection with God or your higher power or your infinite wisdom and intelligence, your innate abilities to connect with that, how important that is. And seriously, how easy it is to do that. You can do that at any time, at any moment. I can do it right now here. It's not obvious to anyone but me, clearly, but I just think it's wonderful that human beings have that ability. And when they take advantage of it, they get good clarity and maybe good direction. That's another acronym that they had for God, is good orderly direction. How cool is that? You maybe never heard that one before, and maybe you have. I like acronyms. It's just my thing. So, if you ask, you shall receive, right? And I think that's the first important thing, is to, take a look at what direction you want to take your life in, how you want to move forward, and ask for direction. And intuitively you will get some direction. And that's the beautiful part about this, is there's always direction available to you. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. But thank God there's a breeze. Oh, a beautiful breeze just popping up here. My hair's still wet because I took a shower this morning, which I don't usually do. I usually take my showers at night. But my hair was wild yesterday, so I just went to bed. And I says, well, we'll fix it in the morning. So my hair is still drying. The breeze helps. I can air dry myself here. But you know what? We've got a beautiful world and a beautiful planet, lots of beautiful people on it. 99% of the people on the planet are wonderful, loving, caring human beings. And I think that's, the connection that we have with others and caring about others is some of the most important stuff that we can be aware of. So whenever possible, share a smile, wave hello, think kind thoughts. That goes a long way. Even if you're not happy with someone's behavior, send them love. Send them love and light as best you can, knowing that their behavior is indicative of what's going on inside of them, and it has nothing to do with you or us necessarily, that they need to figure that out for themselves. Oh, I've got more ducks over here. And hopefully they will, because we're made for love. We're made for kindness. We're made for the ability to be with others in a loving way. So, to me, that's important. And I think the more we can do that, the more we can model that behavior, the better off our world, our planet, and ourselves will be. It's important to be grounded in that sense of well-being and that everything really is okay. Remember the acronym for fear, forgetting everything's all right. Okay? Forgetting everything's all right is the other acronym for fear that I think about and remember. And I think that's a good one, because if you don't watch the news and don't watch all the crazy stuff that goes on Facebook, you can see that the world can continue. Actually, with or without you, correct? And but you can make it better, that's for sure. So keep making it better in whatever way you can. Keep sharing the love in whatever way you can, and when necessary, do your grieving in whatever way you can. There's lots of great tools out there, and there's no wrong way to do that. That's for sure. Good morning. And I think that's the beauty of it, is you grieve in your own way and you take good care of yourself. Self-care is your number one priority, and that's how you model good behavior as well, is being real. So with that, I will sign off for the day. Hope you enjoyed today's talk. Might have been a little longer than usual, but haven't been here for a little bit. I've been thinking a lot about the last few days about the grief stuff. So I wanted to share that. Just think it's a very important piece of living, is grieving and honoring those who've passed. So we will sign off in the usual way. The sun is always shining. Oh my gosh, is it shining today? It's a beautiful sunny day. How wonderful is that? I think it's gonna get hotter anyways, but for now we're good. So love you guys, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.